Hello students, today we are going to start the next chapter of third unit of our syllabus, that is chapter 5, magnetism and matter. So students, in the previous chapter we have studied about the magnetic field. We have studied mainly the magnetic field of current carrying systems. So we have done the magnetic field of current carrying circular coil, magnetic field due to a current carrying straight wire, magnetic field due to a solenoid, magnetic field due to a toroid. But students, in this chapter we will discuss the magnetic field of bar magnet. In the beginning of the unit I told you that magnetic field may arise due to the current or magnet. So in the previous chapter we have covered the entire magnetic field due to the current carrying systems, and we will come across its effects mainly in terms of force. I mean, what is the force on a moving charge, what is the force on a current carrying conductor, what is the force between two parallel current carrying straight wires, and all this. So we were constrained in the previous chapter about the magnetic field which was related to the current. So in this chapter also we are going to discuss the magnetic field, but that magnetic field will be of bar magnet. So there are artificial magnets, there are already prepared magnetic field of the magnets, but we will confine our study only to the bar magnet. So before starting this magnetic field of bar magnet, let me give you the introduction of this chapter, magnetism and matter. So what is magnetism? It is very simple. The property of a magnet to attract small pieces of iron and other magnetic materials like cobalt, nickel, and so on. Okay. So these are the magnetic materials. So magnetic materials, they basically should respond in the magnetic field, material which respond in the magnetic field, or and this property of responding a material in the magnetic field is called magnetism, that we simply understand in terms of the attraction. So magnetism is the property of a magnet to attract small pieces of iron and other magnetic materials should be magnetic like cobalt, nickel, and so on. The natural magnet is an ore of iron, ferric oxide. This is found in nature naturally in terms of an ore of iron, that is ferric oxide. So artificial magnets are also prepared. Those are bar magnet, U-shaped magnet, magnetic compass, and so on, which you have seen in your physics lab in your 10th class. So we will focus only on the bar magnet here. So this is simple, a bar of material, and it has magnetic properties, maximum at the poles, and poles are slightly inside the ends. Poles are not exactly at the ends, they are slightly inside the ends. So the length between two magnetic poles is called the magnetic length, and this is the geometric length. So obviously geometric length is geometric length is greater than the magnetic length. So properties of bar magnet, one property of bar magnet is this: the maximum magnetism is found at the poles. Okay, there are two poles, north pole and south pole. Fine. So this magnetic length is 6/7 of the geometric length. Both poles are of equal strength, pole strength is same, so pole strength is represented by the symbol M. Both the poles, not their magnet always exists in dipole, and I have told you what is the magnetic dipole moment. So pole strength of each pole is equal M and M, and its force between these two poles, both the poles are of equal strength and opposite nature, and this also the like poles repel and like poles attract each other. So the force of repulsion or attraction between two poles of pole strength M1 and M2 is F is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi M1 M2 upon R square. M1 is the pole strength of one pole and M2 is the pole strength of another pole. Now the the next property is like poles repel and unlike poles attract each other. Magnetic dipole moment, very important. Can you tell me the magnetic dipole moment of a current carrying coil? Magnetic dipole moment of a current carrying coil, M is equal to NIA. In the previous chapter we have done. But the students, magnetic dipole moment of bar magnet is capital M is equal to M into 2L. M is the pole strength, 2L is the magnetic length of the magnetic dipole. Its SI unit will be ampere meter square, and direction is south to north pole, because opposite to the magnetic field. Magnetic field is north to south, so it will be south to north. So now this is generally the question asked in the exam. What happens to the magnetic dipole moment of this bar magnet if it is cut transverse to its length, longitudinal to its length? So in both the cases it will be reduced to half, because if it is cut transverse, then 2L will become half, so magnetic moment will become half. If it is cut longitudinal, then pole strength will reduce to half. So in both the cases magnetic dipole moment will reduce to half. So there is another question I have solved here. So suppose there is an iron bar, it is bent into the form, this is an iron bar or bar magnet, it is bent into the form of a semicircle of this radius r. Then what is the new magnetic moment? So students, please remember magnetic dipole moment m is equal to m into 2L. So this 2L is the displacement vector between north pole and south pole. So this is how we calculate m dash is equal to 2m upon pi. So next property of bar magnet is a freely suspended bar magnet always remains in north-south direction. Next property, magnetic monopoles do not exist, means if we divide a bar magnet into number of components, then also there will be two poles. Even if a bar magnet is divided into molecules or particles, then also there will be two poles of a magnet, north pole and south pole, means magnetic monopoles do not exist, single pole does not exist. Now students, we have done in electrostatics the topic electric dipole. If you remember, in electric dipole we were discussing electric dipole moment, expression for electric field, torque due to an electric dipole in an electric field. So there is a similarity. There is a similarity in electrostatics and magnetostatics. As we have done electric dipole, similarly there is a magnetic dipole. So we have derived the expression for electric field due to an electric dipole. Here we are going to find the magnetic field due to magnetic dipole, which is a bar magnet. So at an axial point. So what is the electric field due to a point charge? E is equal to kq by r square, and magnetic field due to an imaginary pole, so k is mu naught upon 4 pi in magnetic field, and this is m upon r square. So there is a bar magnet which has north pole and south pole of equal strength mm, and this is an axis, line of length of the bar magnet is its axis, and there is a point P where we have to find the magnetic field. Okay, so north pole magnetic field, south pole magnetic field, fine. So because of north pole it is away, and because of south pole it is towards, so we write B1 and B2 here. Okay, mu naught upon 4 pi m upon d minus l whole square, its direction, and due to another pole B2 is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon dl whole square ps along PS. So both the magnetic field are up in opposite direction, therefore total magnetic field is equal to B1 minus B2. We subtract B2 from B1 because B2 is larger. So using the same exercise and simplification, we come across an expression for magnetic field due to the short dipole. It is mu naught upon 4 pi into 2m upon d cube. You can compare, it is similar to the electric field due to an electric dipole at axial point, which was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. So the next is on equatorial line. So equatorial line, there are more simplification in it. The point is on the perpendicular bisector. Suppose this is a point P on perpendicular bisector of this bar magnet. So we write magnetic field due to this north pole, it is away, due to south pole it is towards. Now it is resolved B1 and B2. In order to find the sum of this B1 and B2 total magnetic field at P, what we do the resolution of vector. So B1 cos theta, B1 sin theta, B2 cos theta, B2 sin theta, B1 sin theta, B2 sin theta are equal and opposite, so they cancel each other. So total magnetic field at P is B1 cos theta plus B2 cos theta. It is 2B1 cos theta, and this is coming as like this. Okay, so if for short dipole, what expression do you expect? We expect the expression which is half of this, So the magnetic field is mu naught upon 4 pi, magnetic field is mu naught upon 4 pi into m upon d cube. Okay student, so this is the relation mu naught upon 4 pi into m upon d cube minus negative sign because this is the Question asked in the exam: what is the angle between magnetic field at axial point and equatorial point due to a bar magnet? It is 180 degree, both are in opposite direction. So B vector in equatorial position, magnetic field vector is opposite to magnetic dipole moment vector. This is important, students. So next topic is torque on a bar magnet placed in a uniform magnetic field. Torque on a bar magnet placed in a uniform magnetic field. So students, we have assumed there is a bar magnet which is placed in a uniform magnetic field of strength B. So field is explained in terms of force. So whenever there is a magnetic pole in magnetic field, it will experience the force, and force on magnetic pole F is equal to mb. If there is a pole of pole strength M placed in a magnetic field of strength B, it will experience the force F is equal to mb. So since this dipole has two pole, north pole and south pole, so force on north pole will be mb in the direction of magnetic field, and force on the south pole will also equal to mb but is opposite to the magnetic field. Students, since these forces are equal and opposite, these forces are equal, opposite and act along the different lines, so their line of action are also different. You can see this is line of force of this mb force, or this is parallel and act along the different lines. So there will be a perpendicular distance between them which will help to calculate the torque. So torque is equal to either force into perpendicular distance. Either force is mb, perpendicular distance 2l sin theta, so tau is equal to mb sin theta or m cross b. Tau is perpendicular to m, tau is perpendicular to b, as it was in electric field case. Electric dipole torque tau is equal to P cross E. Now we can discuss the special cases where torque is maximum, when torque is minimum. So if theta is 90 degree, then torque will be maximum because sin 90 is 1. If theta is 0 degree or 180 degree, then torque will be 0 or minimum. So students, in today's class we have covered the topic. We have started this magnetism and matter, in which I have introduced what is magnetism. I have given you an idea of a bar magnet, about its property. We will confine our study in this chapter only for the bar magnet, only to the bar magnet, and I have explained the properties of bar magnet. I have also calculated the magnetic field due to a bar magnet at axial position and at equatorial position. Also we have calculated the torque due to a bar magnet. So in the next class we will continue this magnetic dipole. Okay, thank you and thank you so much.